First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Even though all the down years have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Connor on the read option. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Murray now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. For this defense, CD, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check? Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs. This one caught by Isabella. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make. Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too. Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly.
That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry.
Jarvis Landry now in his 4th year with Cleveland, a 5-time Pro Bowler. No one plays harder in the league, and he's only missed 1 game in 7 years. He does what he always does, makes a nice catch there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them.
And it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Fights through and now a crease. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing. Mayfield. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
So there you go, Charles. We heard the rumblings that he wasn't happy with how he was being utilized, and I think this will silence him for a little while, at least for the time being. His first catch, a touchdown.
This feels like it had all the makings of being one of those stories that pops up and goes away pretty quickly. Let's face it, the attention span of us from nowadays, not very long. And when things change for the better, it's not very long for him either. He's got to be excited.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
He gets it complete to Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
On first down, it's Connor. He will push his way down to about the 14. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. On 2nd and 7, Murray. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
An option handoff given to Connor.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. Murray keeps it himself, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Murray now, 3rd and goal.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Demetrius Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Browns 14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the... in line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Hey, check back 34.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mike, check 33. 33. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Murray now. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 20-yard line.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals add on. Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead.
Browns 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Mike 29. That's one. Pretty quiet. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Omaha.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Right back to Connor here on first. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Watch the safety creep.
Play fake. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A run for Nick Chubb. Hard running at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Bailey got the extra point, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the Cardinals get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier?
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, I know he doesn't want a fumble lost by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Connor on the read option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Close.
Connor. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sean Davis with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a...
Check 24, check 24. 6 guard, check 6 guard.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Check, check. Fresno. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll run for it with Connor, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that's complete to Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now Chubb. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One last shot from Mayfield here. Pass caught by Hooper. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.